The worst of Classic WoW. What is this?
It's 2004. You're a kid again, and your obsessions include elves, dwarves, magic,
and getting rid of my acne.
And masturbation.
Yes.
But what's this? There's a new game called World of Warcraft that just hit store shelves.
It's about right,
and it has everything your heart desires.
It's about right.
Maybe aside from the masturbation. Your mom drives you to the video game store and buys you the game form of crack cocaine, and you install it, and it's beautiful. Levels, skills, talents, gear, RPG. The genre of choice for friendless nerds from around the globe.
That actually is probably true.
So
it's pretty accurate.
And get lost.
Is it? It's too quiet. Okay.
And the servers are down.
Is this better?
Precious. It was torture. Minutes
yeah, it's
felt
something.
like
it's kind of bad.
And hours felt like days. And that's because it was that good. And not just the game, but also the community. If you ask people what's their favorite thing about World of Warcraft in its classic state, the common answer will be the community.
Yeah, I would say so. That's about accurate.
It's before the time of cross-realm zoning and Dungeon Finder, Raid Finder, and WoW tokens. All of these tools that let you bypass critical social aspects of the game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you just you know, buy your way away. Just buy it away. That's all there is to it, man.
And those longing for a sense of community have found solace in the official recreation by Blizzard. Truly, it can be one of the best aspects of the game.
This was the that one event.
It can also be one of the worst.
Your parents wish they have. Oh, dude. What the fuck, dude? Let me see here. Can't be that fine to fuck them up in real life. Oh my god, man. Jesus, these guys. Yep, this is classic WoW right here. We knew it. Classic Andes on alert. Oh my god. There he is, boys. That's a mad boy. Fence mechanism for angry neckbirds. That's about right, man.
MMOs are complex because
that was such a good time.
They rely on the community. I mean, just think about it. The gameplay, the classes, systems, and features, they all hinge around a multiplayer experience. There's an inherent competitiveness to everything you do. You have the obvious stuff like PvP, but even just gearing. You want the gear to make the fights easier.
God damn, that's
but
big.
Also to do more damage than everyone else. You farm so you can have more gold to buy things from other players. You want that mount, not necessarily because it looks...
That's a fucking private server. There's no way he got... If Madseason gets the fucking Death Charger, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to stop streaming or something. Like, fucking... Dude, if he gets a Death Charger too, like... He has all these other things, and he has the Death Charger as well? Yeah, right. Yeah, fucking right.
You just want to flex on all of the other normies.
Yeah.
Dungeons, raids, battlegrounds, trading, everything.
That's nice.
It all hinges on a multiplayer experience.
He has it? No, he doesn't.
Just ask yourself, either for current or classic, if there were single-player games, would you still pay $15 a month for them? Maybe if I'll...
It's a good question. That's actually a really good question. Well, how many people are subscribed to retail?
Of your party or raid members were bots or something, so you can still do all of the content.
Wait.
In other words, LFR.
Okay, there we go, dude. What can I say? Great minds think alike. I gotta take a bit back. Okay, I'm back. What we talking about how bad LFR is, right? Hopefully this is an hour-long video. I got all day to talk about that. Oh, actually, I gotta do my...
The game itself is good, but to me, the fact that it's multiplayer gives more gravity and meaning to everything you do.
Yeah.
Thus, the quality of any MMO, not just WoW, to me is ultimately dependent on the quality of that community. And with World of Warcraft specifically, as always, it's a mixed bag. You never know what you're gonna get. You reach in and pull back a candy, or a dog turd. Which leads me to my main point. The worst thing about Classic World of Warcraft
is the community. Smart, dude. There it is. Boom. There it is. Look at these angry boys.
Starting with the PvP here.
Mad boys.
The classic PvP community is, and always will be, the classic PvP community.
Because here's why it's bad, okay? I'll tell you guys why this is fucking bad. is because they don't have a rating system in Classic. If WoW Classic had a rating system and you saw this kid with this massive fucking gigantic ego sitting down there at 1600 rating and he has to make a new arena team every single week because, you know, so back in BC you'd have to do that because he'd lose too many games. You wouldn't be able to get enough honor points or arena points. Like, you had that fucking number that you knew was associated with you, and that kept your ego in check. And Classic WoW doesn't have that number to keep people's egos in check, so they just go wild, dude. They just go fucking wild.
What you see is what you get.
Yep.
There are some great people, but there are also a lot of salty neckbeards.
Oh my god.
It's probably one of the most toxic in gaming history.
I own you in real life and WoW. Like, what is this? You're a sad loser, to be honest, both in WoW and real life. They are brain hurt. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are these people? Sad that the terrorists in Paris didn't kill you and your whole fam. Oh my god. They're mad for no reason. Like, why do you get mad over it's like, it's a fucking video game. Like, who cares? Like, I get you get mad. I get mad at yourself. But here's the thing. It's like, I get really mad at somebody and then in like 5 minutes, I don't care. Yeah, why do you have to be mad? Like, they're mad at the person, not the video game? Yeah, it's crazy.
It's probably one of the most toxic in gaming history.
It is.
And that's counting League of Legends.
Oh.
I gotta be careful here because I have a lot of friends that I met through PvP, and they're great people, but they would agree with me, I think.
Yeah.
I had to find them in a sea of negativity and relentless toxicity. The ego that people carry over what's ultimately pretty straightforward and simple PvP.
It's fucking easy. That's the best part about the whole thing. Is like Classic WoW PvP is fucking easy. Like, so it's like, I can get like somebody getting a big ego over like being really good in CS or something like that. But like, fuck, like Classic WoW is like one of the easiest fucking games that's ever existed. Like, it's been like, I don't get it, man. It's so fucking dumb, man. I have a coffee? Yeah, what is this here? What are you saying? That's because you play Warrior? Yeah, I guess, listen, man, if I played a Warlock, I'd be getting mad a little bit more often. But you know what? I get pretty mad in playing a Warrior too. Yeah, it's my
the 15-year-old video game is pretty astounding.
Yeah, it is.
No one can just take the loss. Both the enemy team and your team.
You killed me again.
If someone loses, it's not their fault or that they could have played better. No, there's this mystical external force stopping them from winning that's out of their control. The other team isn't good.
Like,
out of external force stopping them.
This is the thing. Like, it is like, I have people, they do this shit all the time. Like, every time that we would do a game and we lose, every time, like, the whole team will be talking about how much the other team sucks while they're beating us. And I asked them, like, well, if they suck and we're losing, what does that make us? Like, it's the worst mentality to have going into a competitive game. It's their ego? Yeah, their ego just won't let them lose.
From winning, that's out of their control.
It's stupid.
The other team isn't good. They just got lucky.
Yeah.
My teammates held me back.
Yep.
Well, they only won because they're in a pre-made.
That's true.
The reason we got farmed like ZF zombies in our den isn't because we suck. If I was in a pre-made, we'd mop the floor with these clowns.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Well, they cheated and they used consumes in a PvP system that's balanced around consumes.
Yeah.
They're playing a cheesy comp. They have more gear.
Well, okay, I have to correct one thing. The PvP system's not balanced, period. All right, okay, I gotta show you guys something. So this is a tweet. So these are the kinds of people that you deal with in Classic. Take a look at this. Okay, there we go. So this guy right here makes a tweet and responds to what somebody says. What somebody says on S-Fans saying, "Grats, man, was an honor getting stomped by you every so often. We murder S-Fans group, but you always pushed us to the chapel." And so the guy has a picture of his character, and that's Warlord Conduit. And then S-Fan posts a picture of himself dueling, or sorry, not dueling, but playing against this guy's full pre-made, and they 2,000 to 0'd him and farmed him into fucking graveyard. These are classic Andys here. It's like they're literally he's just lying. Like, He got farmed in the fucking graveyard.
The sun was in my eyes. My controller is broken. It's everyone's fault but my own.
That's true.
It reminds me of when I was 10 years old playing Smash Brothers with my friends, and everyone would rage if they're getting their butt whooped.
Yep.
That's understandable. After all, we were 10 years old. But then you come to the dark realization that the primary age demographic for Classic
like 30.
aren't 10-year-olds. The primary age demographic for Classic are a bunch of aging 30-year-old boomers. You think your skill in video games is as great as mine? Think again, noob.
Oh my god, dude.
You ever hear the saying that the smallest dog barks the loudest? From my experience,
Let me tell you something. If you watch my video from yesterday, I can confirm that to be the truth. That is fucking true.
Players are usually the quiet ones. They know that they're good, so they don't need to proclaim it to the world.
Yeah.
It's only the insecure ones who go out of their way to explain to everyone why they're in fact the most skilled players in existence, and how everyone pales in comparison to their awesomeness.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I never do that.
There's nothing wrong with banter, and shit-talking goes hand in hand with gaming.
Yeah.
Ever since the days of Xbox Live when it
course.
first came out. And you can't figure out how, but somehow...
Dude, I used to have that exact same headset, and then I broke off the little thing, so I had to hold the headset like this and play the game, so they could hear me, and then I could yell and scream at them, and like, as I said, the main thing that I would do I broke the little thing off, I'd be like this, dude. I'd be like, I was so fucking stupid, man. I was such a fucking idiot. Like, I was so toxic. Like, I have to get Zach over here and have him tell stories, like, just blowing into the mic. I never used the N-word back then. I didn't even know what it was. That sounds crazy. I'd call people the F-word, like, every, like 5 seconds. Something like that. I was one of those kids. 100%.
Everyone has indeed made love to your mother.
Grasshopper's got his Xbox communicator, and so does Roadhog and Oilslick. And anyone else who's playing can use one too.
Kill yourself. I fucked your mother. They just can't stand losing.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh gee, I just lost.
Oh, and then this
I
is
want
the
this person to die.
Dude, this drives me so fucking crazy. Whenever they fucking send you a tell and they're so goddamn fragile that they log off before you can respond. Like, oh my god. I get people that do this constantly with me. Yeah, or they ignore you. You're like, I'm gonna let him know what I think, man. And then I remember or they block you. Yeah, they block you, and then they just keep sending you tells. Like, there's this one time at the end of fucking in the end of Nighthold, there's this one guy that he wanted to come into officer chat, and we knew that he was gonna quit the guild, and so I broadcast this on my stream, the officer meeting of him doing it, and he wanted to come in right before he left the guild and, you know, like, give the manager a piece of his fucking mind. And this kid felt so fucking stupid by the end of it, he just eventually just G quits and leaves the guild quietly. Like, these kids are so fucking dumb, man. Like, I don't even know what to say. Rogues are cowards. Well, yeah, it's like he did a cheap shot and then he vanished. Look at that. It's the same thing.
Lost. I want this person to die.
Mythic Plus community? Oh, it's just the same
messes
people.
them on a level that's very deep.
Yeah.
I just think that maybe when you're so catastrophically angry that you rage make level 1 alts, or you start doxing someone because they farmed more honor than you.
It's not funny. It's really bad. Like, it's just actually really bad. Like, these people are too far. Yeah, I'd say this is grounds for a little bit of deplatforming. What do you think? Yeah, probably want to deplatform this guy. These guys are fucking nuts. They're nuts, man. I don't know what to say. It's scary. It really is. Like, oh my god. This is just criticism, guys. Hey, it's just criticism.
Is a little overboard. It really is just pathetic and embarrassing behavior, and the insecurity of the classic PvP community has reached biblical proportions.
Oh, dude, this was the best fucking thing. So whenever people would add you, so this happened all the time when Time was Isle. People would, if they were cross-faction, they would send you a battle tag request so they could add you and talk shit to you. immediately. So you see like that screenshot is like, you know, fill in the blank as a Battletech friend because he just added Madseason just so we could talk shit to him. You deserve to be gunned down in the streets. That's good. We've got somebody who's, you know, maybe he's a fan of, I don't know, Shakespeare, you know. Okay, yeah, it's great. Your parents wish they aborted you. Oh my God, dude.
Rank 14 video. The PvP isn't the hard part.
Jesus.
It's the politics.
The PvE. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's talk about
the
PvE.
Raiders.
There's no denying it. The min-max culture has dominated the PvE community.
It sure
everything
has.
takes a backseat to efficiency.
That's right.
If there was a leaderboard for professional turd polishing, rest assured the classic community would be all over it.
They already are. It's called speedrunning Molten Core. Yeah, they already are. I mean, this is what they do to begin with. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, it's like the problem is that they sit around and it's like you build up a big ego around clearing a raid that's really easy pretty fast. Like, I'm sorry, but like just the difficulty of the game is just not there. Like, it's just not. It doesn't take any sort of like dexterity, like any sort of like dynamic decision making to play the game at a high level. Like, not anywhere near other competitive games. It's just not there. I'm sorry. It's sad, but it's true. You have mentioned this before? You may have mentioned this before? Good. I'll keep saying it, man. The people need to hear it. So? Well, so you shouldn't get a big fucking ego about it.
Since players can't find difficulty from the raids themselves,
Yeah.
they find it instead in leaderboards.
Yeah.
The game revolves around optimization, parsing, and penis size. The world buff meta reigns supreme. Many guilds either require it or ostracize those who don't want to chase down world buffs for 3 hours.
Fuck
and then
getting
raid log
Songflower.
for 6 days.
Fuck getting
What?
Songflower.
You don't want to sneak into Orgrimmar
No.
and camp a buff for an hour and have a
No.
Horde Priest mind control you so you can get 15% melee haste for a 15-year-old
No,
raid?
dude.
What a casual. It's one of the
No.
reasons why these raids are being cleared entirely on week 1. They weren't designed for players to have 50% critical strike chance. If this is what
It's
you
fucking
enjoy, have a
deleted.
blast. I've dabbled in it here and there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just fun to blast through these raids and see how you compare to the best of the
It
best.
is fun. Yeah, it's fun.
And by the best of the best, I mean those who've mastered the art of using 2 abilities.
there it is,
in the
dude.
Ultra complex DP.
That's Mr. Number 1 right there. That's Mr. Number 1 parsing literal god champion defender of Azeroth right there. The best player in the game. Look at that pace, dude.
Patience. That itself is fine, but it does leak over to other players in negative ways.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you don't put in the sometimes several hours required to get these buffs, you're looked at as being lazy, or you're not trying hard enough. It
Yeah,
can have a negative
it's
effect
kinda
on the
dumb.
community in other ways too, even if you decide not to get them. When everyone devotes hours into getting these buffs,
Jesus,
it
dude.
makes things more toxic if you happen to wipe, which with the
Oh,
unpredictable
yeah.
and spiky nature of these boss fights can happen.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, imagine spending 4 hours getting world buffs, and then one guy fucks up the raid. Like, you're waiting there at Cthulhu, and there's, like, the one guy who, like, he just got his fucking first Karaji mount, and he's going... Whoa! He runs away, and then Cthulhu targets him and fucking I-beams the whole raid. Like, that's what these people do. Like, yeah, it makes it so fucking bad, man. It makes it so fucking bad. Getting world buffs takes literally 30 minutes. I don't know. For us, it takes way longer. Maybe it's different for a PvE server.
In a normal raid, somebody pulls a boss by accident, you wipe, and oh well, run back. It's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But in the world buff meta, where collectively between these 40 people,
You only got one
hundreds
shot.
of hours are wasted with one simple mistake, and
Yep.
people blow up.
This is bullshit. Everybody, what the people are pulling fucking aggro, and this is dumb. This is terrible. We just lost 2 fucking.
That's a mad
Magmadar.
boy, dude.
Magma fucking dar. Get your shit together.
Get your
Yeah,
shit together.
everybody. Next time.
Get your
somebody goes
fucking
down
shit
there,
together.
It creates a tense environment where
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you're walking on eggshells, deathly afraid of slipping up, lest you incur the wrath of the turbo nerd.
The angry
Turbo
boy.
nerd. An individual possessing enough nerd-like traits to qualify for turbo status.
That's about
a
it.
turbo nerd pushes
God
the envelope
damn.
on social ineptness. Use extreme caution in the handling of turbo nerds. they can snap at any.
Bro, I fucking love this video. Dude, I remember watching this fucking video whenever Halo 2 came out. Kreutz Anger or something like that. Dude, I haven't seen this video in, I don't even know how long. Watch it. It's like, I remember seeing this in a long time ago.
It also supports just not
playing
the game. The buffs obviously retain their
That's about right.
duration when your character logs out.
Yeah.
So naturally what'll happen is people will get world buffs, log out for 6 days, then raid, get world
Then
buffs,
log off.
log out for 6 days, and rinse and repeat.
It's pretty bad.
Again, if that's what people like, that's what they like. I'm very much against gatekeeping how the game should or shouldn't be played. No one is saying, hey...
I'd like to have a server where there are no world buffs. I think that BC will be better because of that. I like the idea of world buffs in some ways, but I do think that they're just kind of boring, and they make the raids too easy. It's kind of like you don't even need to worry about a lot of mechanics or problems with world buffs, and it's like doing the raid at level 70. That's effectively what it is. Who makes you go for world buffs? Well, it's a pursuit of efficiency. I think that's really what it comes down to. And it's also fun to raid with world buffs. I'm not going to say it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong to raid with world buffs. I just think that it's different. And if they made a new classic, I would want it with no world buffs.
You need to not put in as much effort and start sucking intentionally.
Yeah.
It's just an important dynamic to bring up when discussing the community, because this min-max culture is something that's so prolific in Classic in general.
It certainly is.
Raiding
Classic
in
too.
overall is way harder.
Yeah.
But in terms of convenience, it's a
Classic
cakewalk compared to
Reforged.
Classic. You want to raid? Well, maybe bring a flask and some potions, and you're good.
Well, I mean, and also make sure that you farm out all of your essences of Nilotha, which you then, of course, need your corruption resistance cloak leveled up to 15 in order to do, which you, of course, need to do your dailies in the Oldham and the Vale of the Eternal Blossoms questing areas. And also, you need to make sure that your Azurite necklace has the correct amount of levels for it. Now, if the Azurite necklace does not have the correct amount of levels, you will have to go into islands. Now, islands, you have to do those for about just start doing them. And so you know, yeah, this is the barrier to entry for raiding in BFA is also kind of annoying, but I don't think that it's as bad in a way as Classic. It just depends on what you kind of prefer. It's annoying. Yeah, not for heroic. I don't know. I think that it still kind of matters. Like, it's not for heroic until somebody else comes into the raid with the buffs and with the gear, and then you get replaced for that person.
Good to go. But in Classic, it becomes this huge time-consuming thing.
Yeah, it is. It's annoying.
Globe-trotting zone to zone, setting up head drops,
Yep.
enemy priest alts to mind control and reset, horde alts in out-of-bounds zones.
It's fucking
and if
ridiculous.
you're on a PvP server with a whole dispelling meta, you feel like you're in Mission Impossible.
Dispelling
where instead of
meta,
sneaking past
dude.
Guys with guns, you're sneaking past
The
nerds
fucking
with too much
dispel
time on their
meta.
hands.
The loot drama. The
When you talk about
whole
the
loot
PvE
drama.
community,
Oh
you
my
gotta-
god, yo, can we get that loot? Oh, holy shit. Death Sting and Gauntlets of Annihilation? That's big. That is so fucking big. Loot drama is the best part. I don't think it's the best part. It's like, it's just, the loot drama is better than having personal loot. I'll say that for sure. I don't like personal loot at all.
Talk about loot. Competition creates scarcity,
Ooh.
and scarcity creates drama.
Yep.
Combine this with the fact that these items being more unique, and the
Aw.
fact that you share them with 39
that.
other people makes things extremely competitive. People go to great lengths to get those purples.
I'm
and
reading
the drama
that
has spawned
post.
from loot disputes in Classic has been legendary, and
Yep.
has already claimed many guilds. Don't worry, this all happened back in the day.
no.
But now with the established meta of the game, I feel like it's more intense these days.
Oh no.
Luckily for me, my guild has been pretty relaxed overall, but I lucked out. Already there are
Yeah.
hundreds of videos and meltdowns, guilds disbanding, legendaries being ninja'd,
The guy
people
just
raging
hearthing
overnight
out,
getting
dude. That shit was
something.
funny.
It's crazy. The loot in the game really does bring out the worst in people,
Oh my
and the
god.
things they'll do for it will surprise you.
Yeah, so I actually did a Pug BWL yesterday, and it took 2 hours, and this item didn't drop, and I'm mad because now I have to do it next week too. It's gonna be fucking annoying. Like, It's so bad. Like the classic WoW community around loot is like, it's very, very toxic, and it's always been toxic too. It's just that now I think people know more about it. Wizzo, WZO, yeah. Like I was an idiot.
Witch hunts,
Okay.
harassment, doxing. There was a case on my server where someone ninja'd the Edgemaster's handguards, which was a highly sought after role level purple.
No.
People caught wind of it. Things got way out of control.
Royson.
And long story short, someone got a hold of his address and started sending threats. Luckily, all that happened, I think, was that he was sent a pizza. But still, with the advent of swatting and with some of the crazy people within the classic community, it's still pretty serious.
And that was entirely created because the admins on the WoW Classic subreddit did not get rid of the post that was clearly witch hunting. It would have never happened if they had just removed the post and followed the rules that are site-wide for Reddit. I mean, because nobody would have even known about it. It's actually kind of funny that didn't happen. Only 20 years. I mean, I don't know. Like, but regardless, Reddit's a joke. Yeah, I see that, man.
And it's all for ninjing a level 44 purple, which he should be punished for in-game. Not brigaded on a witch hunt by a bunch of angry neckbeards who've lost their grip on the real world. Or maybe the time where all the streamers were given the ultimatum. You're not allowed to roll on our server. You'll be subject to the blacklist. An add-on which automatically cancels all trading, boots them from any group or guild, doesn't allow them to be healed or buffed, hides all of their auctions, blocks them from chatting, removes them from groups.
These people were such spurgs. Like, these people were they were such fucking spurgs, man. Like, I just... Honestly, these people were the worst community that I've ever been a part of. Like, I've never seen a community that was more embarrassing and pathetic than the classic WoW community. Like, it is the worst community on the entire internet that I've ever been part of. Didn't you plan on doing a blacklist? I never really talked about it. I talked about, like, the legitimacy of it, but I never really talked about if I was going to do one or not. I don't think.
And real-time announces their exact position to the enemy faction.
Yeah.
And a whole ton of other stuff.
Against TOS, by the way.
And not just the streamer, but also their entire guilds, or even those who refuse to download the add-on. This post was on the front page, by the way. And ooh, even a reward. Nice.
Wow.
Truly, the community in Classic is what makes it special.
Uh-huh. The conclusion. Alright, what is it?
Egos, which size are only matched by their fragility, are running
What is this? I'm going to read this here. Best friend to glass on par with his stupidity. You are a plague on impulse, and the sooner they realize it, the sooner the guild will be better off. What others see in you, I will never know. You pick fights with those in your guild and ridicule your own friends. I hope that if by chance you happen to knock up your cousin or sister in the back of whatever trailer you live in, that you have to watch your children die a slow and painful death as you die, with some luck, choking on your own shit. Have a wonderful life, douchebag. Oh, yeah. These are just like, this is, like, honestly, this doesn't happen as much in retail. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just, like, not seeing it. But, like, I just feel like the classic WoW community is much worse than the retail community. It's much worse. Like, I'm sure it happens sometimes, but it's like, in this game, like, it's all the time, man.
And
it's all the fucking time.
If you dare challenge them, you'll face the wrath of he who hasn't bathed in 2 weeks.
Hey.
You haven't played on private servers for the past 7 years?
Okay.
Be gone, peasant. The bottom line is the same people who tout the grand community of Classic are the same ones who act this way. And it's sad. I feel like it's the elephant in the room, so to speak, of just how much of an unwelcoming and unpleasant place
it's a terrible community.
I think a lot of it comes from a place of passion. As bad as things can get with Classic, one thing I still feel is true is the extreme passion we collectively hold for the game.
Oh, they're very passionate. That's why they dox people over it.
But I also feel like it's an excuse used by those unable to control their emotions.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like, oh, you want guild banks put into the game? I'm gonna kill your entire family. Oh, sorry. I'm just really passionate about the game, as you could tell.
Yeah, that's why I want to kill you over it. Duh. I mean, come on, it makes sense.
There are plenty of great people playing, and if you happen to run into them, you'll have a lot of fun. But there are also a lot of bad apples, as you can tell, so it's kind of a roll of the dice,
There's a lot of
really.
bad apples.
Overall, I'd say that the game has been doing well. If you like the classic MMO style, with a ton of RPG elements and an actual community, it's the premier MMO in my opinion. Nothing matches it. You can really lose yourself in it, whether it be PvE or PvP, and it's just as addicting today as it was back in 04 to 07. But the only downside is the community. As good as it can be sometimes, it can also be equally bad, and you have to have a thick skin and some patience to be able to deal with the bants. Hopefully this video didn't come off as being too negative, but I didn't want to sugarcoat anything. You come to this channel wanting to know the state of the game.
I'm okay with a little bit of banter, okay? That's fine. But these people take it way over the line. Like, this is obviously clearly way over the line. Like, honestly, I'm surprised he doesn't have more screenshots of messages. Maybe it's because so many of them contain the N-word that he wasn't able to show the other probably 90% of them.
That's somebody blowing smoke up your butt, so just like how we talk about the good, sometimes we have to talk about the bad, and even the ugly. And if there's one thing you'll learn with Classic, it's that the ugly can get real ugly.
That's about right, isn't it? That is about right.
Farewell for now, mortals.
Fuck,
hope
man.
You enjoyed today's
Anti-streamer add-on? Yeah, I know.
See you again soon.
Ah, yes, the community, the best and worst of every game. I feel bad for the guy in the neckbeard picture. It doesn't nerf first boy. Yeah, I feel bad for that guy too. It sucks. Remember my grandfather getting it for me, thinking it was an expansion for Warcraft that thus began an epic journey into a new generation of gaming. Really wish people would just chill with the optimization and relax. I get trying to get the most out of your performance, but this is just ridiculous. Yeah, the world buff meta is fucking insane, man. It definitely is.